Hello everyone, welcome to the seventh session. So till now we have completed that introduction part, companies and technologies almost completed. You got clarity and SAP reason also. We are into current topic SAP, ERP overview. Yes, then the same topic only we are extending here. Yes, yeah, in addition to the ERP, I am going to introduce SAP SAP functional knowledge, functional areas we have to explore. Okay, we are exploring the SAP functional areas, complete in and out. Yes, right. But this is we are introducing first. Okay, I introduced what is the full form of ERP in the yesterday session. Right, enterprise resources, what are the resources and how they are going to addressed by SAP modules also. But you will get the complete clarity after completion of this complete introduction of these functional modules. Right, then, okay, so this ERP concept through only SAP software is evolved, I said, correct? So now, what exactly a company or organization? What is there inside the company also? Yes, company is nothing but employees. Company is a mostly every company have one head office, country or else country-wise head offices, branches and plants and all. A common generic strategy I am telling, general, okay, common international company point of view. Then that is about your company or organization. Then come back to the business. So most common standard business is how a product is reached to the customer or consumer is the common way of, that is the common business strategy. So here sometimes what happened, companies itself, they will keep the distribution points or else we can say that stock points also at different locations. So they move the stock from one stock point to another stock point based on the demand or requirement. So product is manufactured at a plant level, then this product is packed and the packed items will be placed or kept at a stock point level. Stock points are there at different regions or state wide they will keep it. Yes, I told you right. This state in some other country it is called as province also. Yes, and this region is some areas we call it as region or territory. Also some alternative terminology we can say that territories or region wise. So now this is reached to the stock point to the dealers and the retailers and customers and consumers like, so there are in the market you will find so many different types of business strategies. You can find it here, correct? Now we are going to discuss what type, like the manufacturing point of view, how this business process will happen. That is our main target, manufacturing industry point of view. So same thing explained in the form of picture. Yes, this is the picture I drawn yesterday's. Like if you look at here, there are two things. One is a plant, second is head office or branch office. So if you look at overall here or here, you will find departments. So you will find several departments. Each department name is different, purpose is different, functionality is different. Their department wise operations are different, right? Yes. So, but we are, at least we have to know department names, at least minimum knowledge, basic understanding, so that uh, like um, this is related to our SAP point of view, to understand business point of view, right? Like I'm coming to the first topic in SAP, we come across important module called as SAP MM. Yes, SAP MM. Always we write it a capital letters as a short form. The full form of MM is Materials Management, which means this is also called as SAP MM is also called as PTP, Procure to Pay. Okay, that is the full form of PTP. So both are same. Okay, procure hyphen to hyphen pay. Yes, this way. Yes. That is, we are procuring the product and finally we'll pay also. That's what the yes. Next, yes, what exactly this module? First of all, SAP functional areas, also called as SAP functional modules. Both are same. Functional areas, functional modules, both are same. So each module is a unique name, unique purpose and identification also is there. Like suppose we will go and discuss this particular materials management. Simple, a lot of management topics I am going to introduce, lot of new terms also, keywords also I am going to introduce here, but slowly try to understand it. Even though you are not from the program, this one business or management background, but still we will only understand outlook of the business process, but minimum terminology required to go to the next level of SAP topic or ABAP topics. That's why I'm giving the common strategies. Yes, suppose these all functional modules introduction generally introduced at the end of the topic. First ABAP is introduced, first then last they will introduce the functional areas. But what we will do is initially also we do and at the end of the course also we will discuss these functional modules once again with the PPT through in detail. We will revise it so that you will by the time you are much familiar with this. So I will try to simplify as much as possible. So first of all, what is this materials management module? So it deals with managing of material, very simple. As the name suggests, managing of materials. But materials, SAP MM point of view, materials are classified as three types. That is, first material is raw material. Okay, raw material, the next level it will goes to the semi-finished goods. Yes, semi-finished goods, and finally it goes to the finished goods. Yes, that is, yes, three levels. So initially anything is there at a raw level. The raw level is the initial level, finished goods is the final level. Finished goods can be picked and packed and delivered. But what is this semi-finished? It is a kind of intermediate stage, middle level. It is under, okay, this level. So, okay, fine. Next, here we come across one small module called as inventory also. Okay, yes, inventory is a word that is related to storage. What is storage? Yes, storage of storage of raw materials. Okay, and materials also. Yes, semi-finished goods also. Yes, that is called as, we have inventory management is a sub-module under this MM. Okay, yes. So now this particular topic I am going to introduce this materials management. I am going to introduce in a three subcategories. This is very important module, yes, which is a mandatory module. Suppose we can say that pre-procurement process, and the next is procurement process, and last is post-procurement process. So this is all about three levels, we can say that. First, pre-procurement. What are all the pre-procurement activities we call it as? Okay, and procurement activities, yes, and finally post-procurement activities. Three sub-classifications sequentially we'll discuss. So first, in uh, pre-procurement, what will happen? First and foremost thing is the requirement. Okay, what is that? Like other departments, through what happens, first they will identify the requirements, that is getting the like requirements from other departments, that is other departments will request to the uh, procurement department, yes, procurement department, that we want these materials and all. So yes, then based on that what happens, second thing is they will go for identify the vendors, identify the vendors. So then after that the next topic comes is like we have sorry, identify the vendors. Next, there is a RFP or RFQ. Yes, this comes into picture. That means request for proposal or request for quotation. Then after that, okay, then vendor like evaluation, and finally after vendor evaluation, then finalize vendor. Okay, finalize vendor after evaluation. This is all happens at pre-procurement activities completely. Okay, yes. Now we will go to the post-procurement procurement activities. So here in this case, what happened? Practically, we are going and giving the placing order, placing order to like order to the vendor, placing order to vendor. Then after that what happened, vendor acknowledgement comes, vendor acknowledgement. Okay, that is we are giving practical business to the uh, vendor, right? Vendor acknowledgement, and finally under post procurement what will happen? Yes, vendor delivers the goods. So vendor delivers the goods means, in our point of view, it is a GR. So GR nothing but it's a goods receipt, receipt of the goods. Yes, yes. Now what happens? Goods receipt and as well as invoice receipts. Okay, a GR slash IR we call it as. So we will not only receive the goods, we will also receive the invoice also. Here actually what will happen, that is there is a word called as IBD, that is called as inbound delivery. Yes, product comes into this, right? Then next, once the goods received, received goods, we will go for quality check, quality check, and quantity check. Okay, quantity checks happens, and as well as price check also happens. This all called as price check. Invoice verification we call it as. This is called as invoice verification. Okay. So right, then if everything is okay, then we'll go for last statement. It's called as like invoice settlement. Invoice settlement, indirectly we can call it as performing payment to vendor. There ends the complete EMM module flow and cycle. This process you try to understand what exactly the process it is, right? So I will explain these concepts using one practical example, because this is a kind of more theory, but we will go into a practical point of view. Suppose, first of all, you think that we are running a company. Just I'm giving a live example. Just assume that we have a manufacturing company where we are going to manufacture the product. So what are the what are all the things we will go for that? Yes, that is nothing but like suppose we our company is manufacturing kind of two-wheeler manufacturing, just like that. Two-wheeler is the end product, right? Two-wheeler is going to the end product. Or car manufacturing is the end product. Car is also having lot of accessories, right? Or we can call it as spare parts. Or if you go to the any kind of this thing, a kind of devices or peripherals, different terminology we will use it. Uh, okay, in the industry to industry, right? That means if you consider a two-wheeler, so what exactly the two-wheeler consists of? Our company is a two-wheeler manufacturing company. Yes, that is our objective is finally to make means manufacturer of two-wheeler. But for two-wheeler, what is required? What is required? First of all, we required a tires, correct? We required tires. We required tires and tubes, and we required like engine. We required engine also, and we required seats also, mirrors also, and moreover we required different types of all kind of parts overall, right? So now if you go for like where exactly this all kind of raw materials we are getting from, because it is at different vendors through we will purchase the tires and tubes, engine separate, and the last one is batteries also we will go and separate. See, this is the battery, right? So now that means different mm, like components we can call it as, or accessories, okay, or raw materials we can call it as. All the things are required, all are required, but we don't purchase all from one single source. We will go with the tires from one company, engine from one company, battery from one company. We will like that. Whatever is required, everything we will first plan it, and we will go for procure it. So first we are going to discuss the pre-procurement process first. Like first of all, what exactly the need first? Like the why we have to purchase the product, purchase something first of all, because in a company, yes, we want to manufacture something. We require a raw material. If there is no raw material, there is no manufacturing, no further activities, subsequent activities, correct? That's why this is a ongoing process, continuous process. So that's why we have to procure or purchase the raw materials. That is one thing. But sometimes what happens, how much quantity to purchase, these details, we will get request from other departments also. Okay, because this procurement department, okay, are a kind of purchase department, we can call it. This is purchase and stores. Okay, the purchase department is only having the complete rights to. Okay, yes, this is also we are calling it as purchase department. This is okay, purchase and a little next level storage, we can write it. So this particular department is having complete rights to purchase the product. So now here I am going to simplify the things so first you note it down, procurement equals to purchase, industry term and simplified terms. Second, procurement happens from, okay, procurement happens from what is that, vendor to company. Vendor to company, that means we purchase the raw materials from vendor to company. So who is a vendor then? Vendor is a supplier, simple general meaning and functional meaning. Vendor is a supplier. Next, again, who is vendor? vendor can be Vendor can be a single person. Vendor can be that means individual entity, we call it as, okay, individual entity. Yes, or else it can be a small firm, or else it can be a large size firm also. All are considered as a vendor only. Yes, okay. Whoever so supplying the raw material to us, that is vendor. Again the same meaning. Okay, vendor supplies, hmm, vendor supplies raw material to our company when, as and when required. Whenever we place a order, yes, he must, there is a, actually we can write, there is a after finalizing the vendor, there is a one more concept called as contract or agreement with the vendor. That means we have a contract with vendor that whenever we required so and so quantity of the bulk quantity we place, they need to supply that, supply to us. Okay, this is about your first and foremost. So we got different, what are the things to be purchased first, that list will be finalized. So after that, then next question comes, these products or materials to be purchased from which vendors, who are the yes, next topic goes to identify the vendors. Identify means, suppose we want to go for the tires manufacture, tires, engines, batteries. See, like if you look at the tires manufacturing company, like their end product is tire, but for us the tire is a source to manufacture this. That is how they manufacture the tires, we don't get into that level. Even engine or batteries, how they are going to manufacture, they are independent manufacturers of independent materials or products. But what is our job, our task? We want tires also, engines also, batteries also. So then at that time we will go and identify who are the manufacturers of the tires, who are the manufacturers, engine manufacturers, okay, battery manufacturers. So we will make a list, that is called as a identifying a vendor or identifying the list of the manufacturers. So if you consider, there is a, in Indian point of view, there is JK tires are there, okay, MRF tires are there, Apollo tires are there, Bridgestone tires, okay, like that you will find so many tires manufacturing companies, isn't it? Yes. So, yes, right, right. These are all tires manufacturing companies. Yes. Next. So what? Yes. What next? I identify means yes, completed. We identified the all the list of the manufacturers. Right. List came. Identification is over. Next, we will move on to the next level. Request for quotation. What is request for quotation means? A company. This is our company. We will give request to Bridgestone also. We will give request to MRF also. We will give request to JK Tires also. What is that? That is called as RFQ. Okay, RFQ, request for quotation. That means what is the meaning of that request for quotation is it is a document actually. RFQ is a document, a SAP pointer. Which is RFQ is request to it is request to vendor, okay, to submit the quotation. So to submit the quotation, this is what about request for quotation. Same thing, RFS also similarly. But what is the difference? This is also same. This is also a kind of document which is a request to the vendor to submit the quotation. But the difference is here we will get a product purpose. We will ask for quotation, and there are certain companies they are providing service also. Service companies will go for RFS, request for service. That is, suppose example in to run our company everywhere we need a securities. At every entry gate there is a security check. So for security there are certain in the city who are the security providers. We'll identify the list and we'll ask for RFS. Yes, right. Request for service. That's over. Then against that RFQ or RFS, what will happen? We will get yes. What next? Collect or receive quotation. Collect slash receive quotations. So quotations from different source, right? So against this particular, we will receive the each Bridgestone people they'll supply quotation, MRF people they'll supply quotation, JK test they'll supply the quotation. So in the quotation, what happened? Quotation is an official document from provided by vendor to our company. This holds which type of information like whatever the serial number, product list, price list, any kind of offer, discounts, or bulk purchase, what kind of offers, everything they will give the in the quotation, official quotation. So we receive the quotation. Next, we receive three quotations are received from three different vendors. So after receiving quotations, we will go for comparison of yes, comparison uh, of quotation or quotations indirectly quotations from different vendors. Yes. We'll go for comparison. What kind of comparison? That is like this company history, what kind of history they have and what are their quality products, what exactly their reviews and what exactly their price list, all the stuff we will go for evaluate. So once this evaluation happens, that is vendor evaluation. Quotation indirectly, vendor evaluation is nothing but vendor quotation evaluation, correct? Yes, vendor quotation evaluation. Once it is done, then among that we will go for lot many factors, take it into considerations while comparing. Finally, we will stick to one one particular uh, vendor. Remaining we will go for cancellation. That means suppose we go for Bridgestone is final, then we'll remove the JK and MRF. We will remove means we will keep them as a standby, but mainly we have, yes, this is the finalized vendor. So we will have a contract or agreement with this vendor. Okay, like yes, whenever we place a order, they need to supply so and so material to us. This is the agreement between vendor to our company. So this all these activities we have to consider it as a what, pre-procurement process. Right. Hope you guys understand this. Okay. Right. Any questions also you can ask at in the Q&A session. I'll clarify. Come back to the procurement activities. Procurement activities is what? Once that is done, in similar manner, we will finalize the engine manufacturers. Similar manner, we will finalize the battery manufacturers also. That is completed. Then next, we want some kind of like what next? Placing the order. That is, we will go and raise the purchase order. Placing order is nothing but, yes, raising purchase order. Yes, this is actually the raising purchase order. Yes, towards, yes, towards vendor. This is about your important. So we will specify that we want this much quantity of the tires and this much sizes and all specifications we will give it. That is nothing but we will give PO. Will give finally PO to particular. Yes. So yes, we can go and give that PO. Giving PO is nothing but it is a kind of giving business to this particular. So there is a word called as purchase order. Very simple. PO short form we call it as. So this is, you have daily I use this word PO in SAP app also. Vendor also. You have to know this basic terminology. Right. So I'm giving complete picture. What is purchase order? Okay. Short form is PO. Yes. Right. Purchase order is placed by company to vendor. Vendor means who is a supplier. So PO is placed by company to vendor. Right. Next, what happens in PO? What is the content of PO is? Yes, we want the required which consist of required product list. Product list. Yes, this size, this much quantity, this size, this much quantity, or so and so material code and all. It depends. So right, because actually this PO is based on the quotation. In quotation, they mentioned all the available products. Based on that, we will raise the. So that is the word called rising PO. Rising PO happens from company to vendor always, right? I want this much. Okay, suppose quotation is given for some 20-30 items, but we don't want all 30 items. In PO, out of 30 items, we will only go for 5 items or 10 items with different quantity. That all depends on our uh, first required quantity. Okay, yes, our company requirement point of view, we will place it. Right, next topic. Once we raise a PO towards sorry towards towards vendor, what will happen? Vendor, yes, vendor performs two things. Vendor checks the quantity, that is whatever the quantity we requested, company requested for, that quantity is available or not. He'll verify. That is nothing but there is implicit internally what happens before acknowledge. Yes, check the available, checking the available available quantity quantity of the products. Yes, that means the stock is available or not. They will verify first. If yes, stock is available, they ordered for 100 quantity. Yes, out of 100 it is available. Then it comes to vendor acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is nothing but vendor acknowledgement. In other terms, it is called as acknowledgement is also called as confirmation. That is called as order acknowledgement or order confirmation. Simply, order acknowledgement or confirmation. Right. So confirmation to whom? This is yes, reverse. When request from company to this, as a response, we will get acknowledgement. Okay. Yes. What is that? Vendor is confirming. Yes. So you have to note it down that also. So order acknowledgement meant like or confirmation done by vendor after checking the stock position, checking the available stock position, availability check, we can call it availability check. So once the stock is available, then it is confirmation happens. This is about your basic procurement activities, right? We placed and we got the confirmation from the vendor. Once the confirmation, actually here two things. Actual product delivery happens later, but the confirmation should happen immediately, because based on their confirmation, we will plan for the manufacturing and further activities. Okay, that's why, or else we requested for 100 quantity, but there is no stock available, then they will acknowledge only 50. That even that confirmation also we have to get immediately. Right. Second point. Next we'll get into the post procurement activity. So under post procurement, in the sense like this is goes to the next level, right? So yes, what happens? Vendor picks the items, packs the items. He will deliver the goods to the customer's location. That is called as delivery. Delivery from vendor to company. Yes. In the post procurement, what happens? GR, from their point of view, they are delivering goods from their location to customer location. They are delivering the goods. From our point of view, we are receiving the goods. That is called, practically we use this word called GR. GR stands for goods receipt. We not only receive the goods, in addition to we receive invoice also. IR, GR/IR we call it as goods receipt / invoice receipt. Both will happen. So once this is there, we will get inbound delivery also. That is, we are getting the product into our company, inbound delivery. Yes. Right. Next, after receiving the goods from our company point of view, okay, immediately what we have to do, the initial activity is, we ordered for 100 quantities. Whether we received the 100 or not, we have to count. That is, first one is quantity check. Second is quality check. Quality means all the products are delivered without damage and good condition or not. That is again quality check, quantity check, quality check. Then the third one is price check. Price always verified in the invoice. Actually what exactly the in we quoted for, what exactly they billed for. Everything we cross check it once. Okay. The price also. Any verification, again further we will go with further next level discussion and escalation. If suppose if quality is okay, quantity is okay, price also okay, everything is okay. Okay, then in that finally what happened, we will go and pay the amount, because pay the amount to the vendor. That is called as invoice settlement. But invoice settlement always happens from our finance department to the vendor. That means this is called as a settlement of the payment settlement, we can call it as yes, payment, yes, settlement. So it happens from our our company finance department to the so and so vendor. Yes, this is a kind of small cycle of MM. So MM deals with what? Three types of materials and three types of steps. So in the pre steps, what happened? First, we will identify what is required for us. We'll prepare a list. Accordingly, we'll identify the vendors. Then finalizing vendor, we'll give request for quotation. We'll collect the quotation. After quotation comparison, finalizing vendor, and we'll have agreement with vendor. That is first actually pre-activity. Okay. After that, whenever we want it, we will place a order. Order can be daily order or alternative day order. That depends on the our requirement. So we'll place the order, and against that, against PO, we'll get PO acknowledgement. That order acknowledgement is nothing but here in this context, PO purchase order acknowledgement. Yes. Okay. Purchase order acknowledgement. Yes. After checking the quantity of the stocks and all, they will confirm back. Then later, finally, they will send the goods and invoice. From our end, we'll receive the goods and invoice. Okay. So two things are coming. Invoice is coming and goods also coming. Then we'll go for checks, invoice verification, quantity quality checks. Once it is done, finally, we will do the payment to the vendor. That means if you look at this diagram, yes, both directions we'll discuss. Suppose we want a product from the vendor, yes, we receive the product from vendor. Then finally we have to settle the payment against that vendor. That is that vendor invoice to be settled finally because we receive the goods. And if you look at vendor's point of vendor delivered the product to customer, he is expecting payment from our company. So if you look at both dimensions, but best practice is we are at this level, we are dealing with external vendor. See, very important thing is do not confuse. Vendors are always externals. Okay, external entities or external firms from our company. Okay, yes, there are two types of procurement. One is internal procurement, second is external procurement. Internal is nothing but our company itself manufactures certain components, certain devices, certain accessories. Then that is internal procurement. For certain components, we will depend on the external. If you go for the Dell or laptop or HP, laptop or desktop systems, yes, certain things have their own certain thing because the branded PC, assembled PC, two types we will come across. Okay, so this is about your overall materials management module topic, right? This is one small explanation, right? Now, so we'll move on to the next topic. Right. Here I introduced a lot of new words. So tomorrow, if I say that you have to understand this full form. Okay, we don't call materials management every time. We will say simply Next, RPTP also sometime. Procure to pay. Yes. Next, these are all about, because tomorrow we come across master data, transaction data, what is that and all. We will discuss going forward. So you should not get confused. Like if I say what is a PO or what is a purchase order, yes, also you have to be ready. Or GRIR also you have to understand completely. Yes, three-step procedure, three steps. Step 1, 2, 3. Right. Then next, we will go to the next level. That is nothing but we have inventory. That inventory is a kind of maintaining stocks and all. That inventory management is also a sub-module under materials management. Yes, that is called as, yes, inventory management. Then we'll go for the second next topic, that is nothing but production planning. Yes, we are moving towards very important major module is called as PP or PPC. Production, note down the full form, production planning consolidation. Right. What exactly it is? PPC. So PP, as the name again suggests, try to understand as simple as possible. This deals with the planning strategies. Okay, okay, this module deals with the planning strategy strategies. Okay, that means of manufacturing. Right. Here there are basically three types of manufacturing happens. That is called as consumption based consumption based planning, that is usage based planning. Second is demand based planning. Okay, demand based. Next, weather based planning. That is, this is most important. When to manufacture, there are different types. Suppose the laptops, desktops, that is consumption, usage based, will go for manufacturing. Then demand, customers' requirement based on the sales and all, will go for that. Weather condition, season based planning also. If you go to the next level, there is a discrete manufacturing. Okay, and moreover we have repetitive manufacturing. Okay, and the last one is process oriented manufacturing. What exactly the difference? Suppose discrete, kind of large scale machines and all, we want to go for that. That is just like a one time purchase, one time activity purpose, we will go for this type of activity. Okay, largest size machines and all is the best examples. Okay, they will go with the unique measurement, accordingly they will manufacture it. Second, repetitive manufacturing. Repetitive means irrespective of the sales, the manufacturing happens just like a laptops, tabs and mobiles and all. Repetitive. Process oriented means kind of some chemicals or tablets or syrups, those are all comes under process oriented. That means If you look at the ingredients part, there is process. There is a one process is there in the pharma company. Based on the procedure, they will manufacture the product. Okay, that is called as product manufacturing. Here we come across one terminology called as make to stock, make to stock, or else make to order. Okay, make to order. MTO, MTS, two different activities are there. Make means manufacturing. To stock, that is manufacture the product for stock purpose. Or make to order means manufacture the product when order comes. Or there is assemble to order also there. One more scenario you can find. So this all these things comes under what is that? Production planning only. Right. It is again. It begins with BOM. So BOM capital letters. The full form is bill of material. Bill of material. That is nothing but kind of, if you consider the two-wheeler is the final product, the bill of material is our, just like I told you, engines, seats, mirrors, tires, tubes. These are all kind of spare parts, accessories. These are all comes under bill of material only. Like if you go to the desktop systems, what is that? Monitor separate, keyboard separate, mouse separate, speaker separate, printer separate, fax separate, monitor separate. Those are all comes under bill of material. Okay, BOI. Then there is a like routing. So routing is nothing. Routing or routing we can call it as. That is a kind of step by step process actually. Okay, which step by step manufacturing process. Yes, how the product routed through, processed through the raw material to the end product, that is nothing but finished goods. So here we come across two things. That is SOP is also a word. Standard operational procedures. This is okay. SOPs, and moreover here actually the practical point of view we can come across planned order, planned order, process order, okay, process order, and finally production order. Yes, this is a hot topic of the entire yes, this thing, PP module. Suppose if you go back to our this thing, we got what is that? Engines, mirrors, and all. We don't club it. We'll keep separate here. So here there is a one more word I forgot it. There is a, we call it a storage location. Plant is a manufacturing unit where the manufacturing takes place. That is the overall word you have to know prior to this. Correct? Yes. So plant is a place where manufacturing takes place. Yes, but what is that head office or branch office? This is nothing but it is a kind of administrative building. Okay, yes, this is called as admin building. So, what is the difference? Generally, administrative buildings are there within the city premises because the customers can reach out here. Okay, but plants generally kept at the outside of the city because almost outskirts of the city, because all the plants are there at completely far away from the city, because the problem with city plant is plant generates the noise pollution. Noise means voice pollution, water pollution, so many gases it generates. So that's why it should be away from the society where the people are living. That's why government plants generally these plants at the outskirts level. That is the difference. So if generally what happened, the workers, those who are working at a plant level is different, those who are working at a administrative office or administrative branch or administrative building is different. There are departments. Okay, this is generally within the city reach, so that easily we mostly 90% will go to the admin building only. Sometimes we want to see practically, at that time only we'll go to the plant, right? Okay, clear? Yes, so there is a word called as storage location. In SAP, we daily use this. Storage location is a place where where the material is stored. Material is stored. That means we can say that it's the raw material or semi-finished material. It is not finished goods. Okay, raw material or semi-finished goods. Okay, material or goods is stored here. That is okay, clear. Next, what? First of all, storage location is linked with the plant. This is also important, because see, plant is here. One plant may have two, three, four storage locations. It at one storage location will keep batteries. At one storage location will keep engines, and second storage locations will keep tires, etc. But all these things are very nearby or close by to the plant, because or it can be within the plant or within the plant premises, or else very nearby also, because all these materials we don't club it, we will bring all those storage location raw materials and we will try to utilize the raw materials while performing the manufacturing activity, right? So in the manufacturing only, okay, actual product gets manufactured. So if you want to go to the practical this thing, if you see visitor, because there are different manufacturing companies you can visit. Suppose we go with sugar manufacturing company, what will happen? Yes, this sugar is the final product, finished product, right? So sugar. This is the overall process, correct? Sugar cane is the raw material, sugar is the final product. In between, it will undergo for many changes. So, if you go to the sugar factory manufacturing, you can find it how this practical process takes place. Step by step activity, mission by mission, process it stepwise, planned route through, they will go for that. That is planned order. That means which because mostly production happens with three shifts. Which shift, how much quantity they planned it, how much they want to approved, how much planned, how much is approved based on the this one, because like a lot of resources you have to check it out when you go for manufacturing. Check it out. If power gone, standby, inverters, batteries, and all, you have to go with that, and how much labor is required for that, everything you have to plan it accordingly. You can manufacture the product, finished goods, because there are two few more words called as byproducts and co-products also. There is a difference, because byproduct and co-products, right? You can check it out, sugar cane to sugar also. Yes, that is one of the. Second is, suppose if you go with the cigarette manufacturing company, so you will find what is that, tobacco to cigarette. Yes, okay, tobacco is a raw material, tobacco to cigarette, right? Yes, this is the another type of example for you, yes, to understand raw material to finished goods or finished products. So this way, every company is meant for a particular purpose, and moreover, accordingly, they will run this 3 shifts wise. They will manufacture the goods. This entire process is handled under PP or PPC. Planning strategies and planned strategies are implemented here. This is also one of the large size module in SAP, very important, just like equivalent to MM. Okay, so first one is we discussed MM, and within MM IM, inventory management. Now we are moving to production planning also. Yes, right. This is one of the next. After that, now where there is a one more concept called as PM. PM stands for plant maintenance. Plant maintenance is also a module, separate module in SAP. Short form is PM. So this PM, module deals with what? It deals with equipment management, equipment management and service management. Okay, yes, service management, and moreover component management, and finally calibration. Okay, calibration, right. Suppose what is equipment? Equipment is nothing but machine or machinery. When we purchase a machine is also have a lifespan. So when it was purchased, it should undergo for proper maintenance to avoid the breakdown. That is called preventive maintenance, we call it as. Yes, so every machine required a break also. You have to do service frequently as per the manufacturer's point of view. We have to do apply the oils, grease, cleaning. Everything is required for equipment. Okay, management completely, and followed by service management, machines and all. Right. Then coming to the next, components also, because see, equipment is a kind of large size machines. Components are a kind of small size. Suppose some kind of there is a machine to machine connectivity. We will use the some kind of this rules and all to move the item from one place to another place. Some chain through we will move the items. There are different types of components are there. Small size components, because machines are kept at one fixed places with distance, but to move there is a kind of sequential route or plan. There is a movement. Items are continuously moving from one place to another place. At one place, what will happen? The first phase, second phase, third phase, fourth phase, and final phase, the product gets ready and it will be picked and packed, and finally it will be distributed. That is a phase by phase completely happens. Okay, yes, right. So that movement is also comes under uh, like uh, components. We can call it as small components. Like there is a components, sub components, and a few other things are there. Okay, in the PM module, and the calibration is called as ROI, return on investment. This also a concept covered under plant maintenance module. Return on investment, how soon we get the returns based on this manufacturing of the so and so bulk manufacturing this purpose. Okay, right. Next, once the product is ready, product should undergo for quality checks. So there is a separate department called as quality management. This is one more SAP module, QM, we call it as. So first of all, this will continue with quality inspection, quality inspection. Second, quality checks, and finally quality certificate. quality certificates. So example, certificate. Let us discuss why we need a quality, because throughout our manufacturing stage, everywhere quality should be maintained. So first, number one, like if you go to the when we receive the goods, we have to check for the quality product is received or not. And throughout manufacturing phase, we have to see quality checks, quality parameters. Suppose certain heat to be temperature should be maintained, or cool to be maintained, or every phase there is a standard procedure. That protocol they are following or not, quantity factors must be verified at every stage and every phase. That is the that is called as inspection or checking of the entire quality. Even while delivering the goods also to customer, we have to deliver the complete quality product only. That's why quality is linked with complete everywhere quality to be maintained. QC checks. So that is companies are issuing quality certificates. That ISO 9000, these are all comes under quality standards maintained based on that. Okay, that is about your small module called as QM, department module. Next, we are moving ahead with another module is called as WM. WM is nothing but capital letters, warehouse management. Warehouse management. Yes, what exactly it is. So where uh, WM deals with finished goods. Finished goods are nothing but finished products. What is a finished product? Finished product uh, is ready to deliver, deliver or dispatch. Also, we can call it as. Okay, that is called as finished product. So if you look at again, we brought the raw materials from different vendors, we keep it here. See, there are two types. Already the delivery delayed, we will use it directly. Otherwise, first we will store it, later we will use it. Two types of scenarios. We used all the available raw materials into manufacturing process. So everything is used and utilized. Finally, what happened? Quality checks also completed. The finished goods are ready. The finished goods finally kept under warehouse. So warehouse is the place. Warehouse is go down. We in general normal factory terminology. Yes. So is a place. Warehouse is a place where all uh, finished goods uh, finished goods are arranged in a proper manner. Proper means it's a completely systematically it is arranged, because there are some storage bins are there. This is one of the terminal bins or storage bins, and we have line wise storage or bin wise storage. Bins also comes into picture. Like storage types also comes. We come across storage types, storage bins, storage lines. Then finally, there is a, because we don't combine everything, because it is properly packed and kept it over there. Okay. See, next we come across in this particular, we can see SKU, stock keeping unit. This is one of the uh, yes, stock keeping units are there. Then again, a stock count. Stock count is very important activity. That is physical stock count. Yes. So physical stock count can happens. Yes. What is that? Why we have to count There are certain cyclic counts, manual counts, there are different random counts. Because count is required at any point of time, the system is showing so much quantity of the stock. System stock always must be tallied with the warehouse stock. Anybody can come and verify uh, because but always it should be tallied. That is, we will keep everything is into. Okay, warehouse is very important. Here we come across guns, RF guns. RF means radio frequency guns. Guns are used for what? To count the stocks. Okay, because you cannot go with 1, 2, 3, 4, takes a lot of time. So the gun through quickly they will capture it. It's a kind of radio frequency. It will just like our QR code scanners are there. Similarly, RF guns are used here to quickly. Yes, there is a labels, product based labels designing, barcodes designing. These are all part of the WM. Very important module. It seems like simple, but yes, companies are keeping like large size, small size warehouses. Depends at different places. So that overall warehouse holds what, like just like a cold storages. Okay, to keep the products under cold storage. Similarly, warehouse are like a place all the ready to dispatch, ready to sell, ready to deliver products are kept at that place. Okay, that is about your WM. EWM is extension that will come later. Coming to CS, service. So what is that? CS is a module, customer service. So customer service is a kind of, yes. So first of all, whenever customer comes with a complaint, customer complaints, uh, customer complaints are tracked using specific number, specific allocated number. That is nothing but our ticket number kind of, okay, are tracked using specific unique numbers. Okay, yes, that is what as kind of ticket number. Okay, yes, it is allocated to that. When our complaint number we can call it as, yes. So just we can uh, if suppose you purchased something which is not working up to the mark performance and all, then that here under this only we come across warranty management. Recycle all concept also comes into picture. Warranty management and customer service completely. How you are going to, this module purpose is how we are going to handle the customer concerns, customer issues and all. Okay, yes. So first of all, whenever customer complaints, initially a specific ticket is raised. That ticket through the trace will happen. Finally, the ticket, once that is, the issue is resolved, what happens, that ticket gets closed. That is, they are closing that particular ticket. So that is called as issue handling or ticket handling. That is one thing. Then there is a one more module which I forgot, is called EHS. EHS is environment, health and safety. Yes. This is also one of the module under plant only. Actually, we forgot to write. Here you can write a one more extended block. We can extend this to, yes, EHS module also. Yes. So EHS. What is this module particularly? Is environment. Okay. kind of environment. Which environment? Yes, employees and as well as workers. Employee safety and workers safety completely. So this module deals with two factors basically, right? What is that? To protect employees or workers. Okay, yes. Uh, city, sorry, protect employees from, you can call it as pollution. So, example, this particular company is plant or factory generating a lot of noise pollution, voice pollution, water pollution, so many gases and all. Okay, in that case, how you are going to avoid it or reduce it? Our safety point of view, employee safety and company safety also. This is the overall, like example, like to avoid the pollution factors. EHS module says that we go for the grass green everywhere and some distancing maintenance, some reducing the noise and all. Lot of alternative approaches are invented and standards are incorporated to avoid the these much pollutions and all. So safety point of view, employees safety point of view, there is a all of a sudden fire happens. How do you come out of that particular area, your bay, your section to the safe assembled area? Also, the training is provided to all employees. That is employee safety to protect their uh, health and as well as their life also sometimes. That is the module, small module, which is a optional module. This is not mandatory. So if you look at here, almost I have covered the this many modules. Then we will go to the finally what next? We have a module called as SD, right? Sales and distribution. So actually sales department over there, we have kept at that level. Yes, we have to discuss that part also. Yes, which is nothing but SD, because this is a kind of continuous cycle. So the next module comes under SD. Very, very, very important. So sales and distribution is the full form of SD. So SD module is also called as, okay, OTC, capitals. OTC for order to cash. So OTC process, we can say that order to cash, just like a PTP and OTC, okay, order to cash. Yes, right. What exactly? So same concept, SD module, SD module or SD functional area. Yes, both are same. You call it as functional module, functional module. It's not because in ABAP we come across function module. That is different. So functional modules are many. Or else use this word functional areas is best. Okay, different functional areas. Whatever we are discussing, these are all the logistics functional areas we are calling it as. Yes. So, right. Under logistics, we come across logistics execution or logistics general. That is the overall, okay, logistics module. Yes. The logistics general. Right. If you go to the SD point of view, sales and distribution. What is this module deals with? SD module always deals with customer actually. So SD module deals with customer. It is again a three-step procedure. First step one. Step one is pre-sales activity, pre-sales, and step two. Step two is sales, and step three is post sales. Post sales. Three things. So pre-sales, sales, and post sales completely. Right. If you look at pre-sales activity, first and foremost thing is under pre-sales we come across first inquiry first, then against inquiry there is a quotation. Yes, inquiry against quotation is given. Quotation against receiving order. Receiving order. Yes. Then next we have like yes, that is your pre-sales activity. Then after that order acknowledgement is also, yes, order acknowledgement based on the again the same step. Okay, that is your sales order process next level. Here we can find it availability check. So stock availability checks, right? So yes, so next what? Processing processing order. Yes, processing, that is the sales order. The next level is processing sales order and delivery. Yes, okay, processing delivery. Delivery is nothing but here we call it as OBD, that is called as outbound delivery. Okay, goods issue we call it as, yes, outbound delivery. Yes, that is nothing but post, okay, goods issue we call it as. Yes. Then so pre-sales, sales activity, and as well as post-sales activity is what? The post-sales, what happened? Pick the item, picking, the next packing, and finally shipping. Shipping, or we call it as transport. Transport. Yes, these are all activities happens under post-sales also we can say. So this is about your overall three-step procedures we will discuss shortly. First, like if you, I will explain this module by using this picture through only, right? If you, this is also very important module with respect to this business process point of view. So we always use SD as a word. So SD, yes, first of all, SD deals with a customer, right? So who is a customer? Okay, here I am going to write the customer. So customer is a, yes, I am going to explain, yes, these things. Who is a customer? Customer is external entity or firm from our company. Similarly, just like vendor. So what happens? Who is a customer? Customer is who is interested to purchase other company product. Simply, that is, they want something, they are interested to purchase. That is, customer because when we go for purchase so many items, we are the customers for many uh, shops. Correct. Similarly, and a customer, yes, it can be again the same rule. Customer can be individual or it can be a independent firm, or else customer can be a small firm, or else it could be a large size firm also. Firm means it's a kind of company. Yes, that is also right. Next, so the entire SD module begins with customers only. Yes, just like a MM module deals with vendors, customer module, SD module deals with customers, right? So we will see this flow first. Like suppose, first of all, like what is the basically SD module initiates from inquiry. So inquiry is the first initial SB. So customer is a outside person, outside company, small company, right? So this company is checking to our company, that is called as inquiry. Okay, INQURY or ENQURY, both. Okay, what exactly the inquiry? Yes, so inquiry is done by customer, customer to company. How the inquiry happens? Suppose sometimes what happened, if the customer directly comes to your outlet, retail outlet, at that time what happens? We are going to display the brochure or catalog, everything. We'll explain that these are all the products list, price list, everything. Okay, yes, all those stuff we will explain. Okay, that is directly face to face inquiry. Suppose customer from remote location, they fax, we want interested, we reply fax to fax reply, or they mail to mail reply. Okay, depends. Inquiry could be telephonic inquiries, cold calls, active calls. So calls, call inquiry. There are different modes where the business can be initiated. Inquiry is the initial step, first step. Yes. When inquiry comes, all inquiries must be listed and handled with very care because that is from the customers. Okay. So that is the first step. Against inquiry, what will happen? Again, so this is, it goes to always arrow like this. That means customer to company. Our company is this. Whenever I said company, you have to combine plant plus admin building. Both are combinedly called as company. Correct? So customer is external. Against that, uh, yes, we are going to give the reverse. What is reverse? This one. So against inquiry, we are going to give the quotation. Quotation. So quotation, yes, again the same thing. In this context, what is quotation? Quotation is a standard document again. Quotation is provided by our company to customer. The example, we will go back to our two-wheeler manufacturing company process we started. So we got all the raw materials, we manufactured, product is ready, tested, all checks happens, everything is ready to dispatch level, the product is ready. That's okay. What next? It should be sale, right? The sales should happen. Then only this product will go to the, will move to the next level. So that's why this process happens, inquiry and quotation. So when customer inquiry, we will give quotation. In quotation, what we will keep, that's the official document. In that, we will keep all the serial number, product list, price list, everything, any kind of discounts, offers, okay, all the details are specified in the quotation. Official letterhead through will give it. Yes, against quotation. If the customer is interested towards our company product only, customer will place the order. So, because always order is a subset of the quotation. Subset means what? Subset means in our quotation will give all products list, but order comes only whatever they required. They needed quantity only, they will place the order. So when order comes, we have to check the stocks again. So there is a stock verification. Stocks are there here. So they will check the stock, verify the stock availability check. We got order from external customer for so and so quantity. Whether stock availability is there or not. Yes, there are two answers. Available, not available. Yes, if available, then based on availability check, then order acknowledgement or order confirmation happens back to the customer. This is one side arrow in, arrow out. That is transaction in, transaction out. So this is called as order acknowledgement. Okay, that is customer order acknowledgement. We can call it as, yes, or confirmation. Order acknowledgement or confirmation, because I said acknowledgement happens immediately, confirmation happens immediately, but actually the product delivered late, delayed. Okay, coming to the next level, these are all considered as a pre-procurement activities, right? Yes. Okay, that means actual sales is not yet happened. This is just like a pre-preparation. Okay. Yeah. So that means we next what? Based on the order received, customer point of view it is a purchase order, but from our point of view it is a sales order. So the sales order processing happens. Sales order processing happens because we already confirmed by checking the stock availability, then order will be processed towards that customer. That is here two things happens. Order also, even invoice also will be raised. We don't do any free service. Okay, so definitely against customer invoice also will be raised. Yes. So the sales order and invoice will be raised at this level. Yes. Now this is okay. Okay. There is a rising order processing or rising order and invoice also. Order and invoice towards customer, right? So this is your practically, whenever we said order, that is applicable to sales order. Then next level, so we have to deliver the goods. Delivery is a, is the post sales only, the delivery activity happens. So this deliveries also have a sub steps. This all, okay, this post goods issue, PGI we call it as. So here outbound delivery also will get it. Yes, because when we receive the goods, it is IBD, receiving goods. This is OBD, outbound delivery, right? Next, here, yes, there is a, after while receiving goods, we will get material document also gets generated here. Okay, so many activities, material document, MBLNR we call it as, that's also get generated. Yes. Next, coming to this particular process, post sales, what happens? So the specified uh, because the sales order copy reached to here, then the warehouse people, they pick the item, they pack the item, they finally deliver the goods to the customer's location. This is called as delivery. Okay, yes, delivery or transport or shipping. Okay, shipping the goods from our location to the customer location. It could be by on road, on ship or plane, different transport mediums through specified routes through we will deliver the goods. Yes, this is could be 1 day or 2 day uh, time taking process in that particular. So finally, what happens? We from our end we delivered it, correct? But customer's end, what will happen? Customer, yes, this is customer again. We can go for like this. We can keep it here. Okay. Yes. Sales and distribution. Post sales, what happens is that after receiving goods, okay, goods, customer also uh, customer performs uh, customer performs quantity check. Same thing, quantity of the product check, and quantity means count, quality means damaged or not. Then next, price, invoice price checks. So all those checks happens. Customer, if the customer is satisfied with everything, price okay, quantity okay, quality okay, everything okay, then comes under invoice settlement. Here also we are using the same word as invoice settlement. That means customer pay to company, pays, he perform the payment to company. What is the meaning of this? Customer perform payment to company is nothing but this. So he will finally pay to the this particular finance department. So that means here we will receive the payment received. This is payment to vendor. Here receive payment. Receive payment from customer. Okay, payment from customer. Yes, both. But the payment activity handled with finance department, right? This is a kind of activity, post sales activity. Okay, clear? Yes. So look at here, pre-sales, sales and distribution. First half sales, second half delivery. Then after that, post sales also. Right. Now coming to the final conclusion. Yes. Like if you look at our company point of view, what happened? We have manufactured the product and we sold our product to customer. We delivered our product to customer's place. Against that, we are expecting payment from customer. On other hand, what exactly the customer is, customer receives the goods, right? Then his responsibility is he must pay, he must settle the payment to our company. He must pay our company, right? So this is the overall concept of, yes, logistics module. So the logistic chain we call it as. In logistic chain, it begins with MM, PP, PM, QM, WM, CH, EHS and ends with SD. Actually this SD is also we will write, will shift here because that's about your sales and distribution is also part of the logistics only. Logistic chain we call it as completely, right? First half sales, sales here we can write delivery here, sales and delivery both. Okay, combinedly it this works. So this is about your overall business modules introduction, functional modules introduction of SAP in a simplified manner. I tried to simplify it. Next, there is a one more thing I want to tell you right here. Order mean whenever I said order is nothing but sales order. You remember Sales order is nothing but order for sales. Whatever comes from customer expectations, we have to, yes, that is sales order. So now, if you look at another strategy, that is nothing but, okay, if I go to the one more scenario, this is important. Like if you look at a company, this is our company, suppose. Okay, till now you understand our company process, any company process. Company is always handles with whom? So there are some vendors are there. Vendors are external to the customers, the company. Vendors and customers. Then next what? There is some banks also there. Banks also, investors are also there. They're all comes under, yes. Then again some kind of government departments or government bodies, we call it as. These are all comes under external to the company. Yes, that is our company is always deals with so many external entities. Yes, so one way. Oh, sorry. Vendors. Control Z. Suppose if you go to the, yes, oh, vendors, company to vendors, company to customers, company to banks, company to investors, company to departments, or else reverse, vendor to company, customer to company, bank to company, investor. So you have to understand this, because our company deals with so many external people or external companies are also. It could be one, it could be n. Suppose who is a vendor? If you look at this picture explains, vendor is a supplier always. Suppose you have our home. Daily we will get newspaper, milk packet and water also. So these three are daily vendors to our company. Even employees are also kind of vendors to company. Only the difference is employees will get monthly salary, but these people, paper buy, water buy, and all, they will also get monthly bill generally, right? Because they are supplier to you. You are your home. They are expecting month end payment settlement. That's concept of vendors, company to vendor. Customers are, so company one side is dealing with vendors. Vendors management is MM module, and customer management is SD module. So you see, if you look at here, the is company is getting products from vendors. That's why it is settling payment. But on other hand, company is getting business from customers. Company is getting business from customers. Business means we are getting the income or revenue from the customers. That here it is, here we are paying to vendors. Here we are collecting payment from customers. That is getting business or income from the revenue from the customers. So two aspects we have to understand it. The finance point of view, where cash in happens, customer through, we will get the cash or revenue. Where the payments happens to the workers, laborers and employees, even the vendors also. Okay, there are some terms of conditions. 90 days payment depends on that. There is a payment mode and they'll do the payment activity also. Banks, some house bank is there. Every company have fixed bank or various bank through they process the bank operations. Investors are nothing but they are direct or indirectly they are company partners, because based on the company brand based they will do investment. Government departments, they are nothing but a kind of sales tax, commercial tax. So many departments, they'll come and verify your company stocks, standards, everything. Because where you keep your company, which area, which region, those regional government people always verify your company. This is because you have to understand tomorrow there is a kind of data exchange between company to company to external, yes, external vendors or entities, we can call it as, whom you are dealing with daily. Is this data should go from our company to vendors and it should come back again. This is all about your overall logistics process, and the remaining modules are there. We'll continue tomorrow. Finance, HR, and other things. Okay, we'll recap and consolidate by in the tomorrow session. This might be a little lengthy session, but kindly cooperate. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye.